I will start by clicking up here so you can see the fields that we collect. At this time, we only ask you to fill in your first name, last name, address, city, state, zip code, username, email address, password, and to confirm your password, we do ask that you read our member agreement as well as our terms of use down here in the bottom right hand corner. Once you are registered, then you will be able to log in, and tonight we're going to use the Tree Mover account. Sign in. Once you sign in, you will be brought to this screen. We ask that you help us spread the word. You can link to us on your websites by using this link here. Just copy and paste that code. The most important part of Backcountry Secrets is sharing hotspots. You can share a hotspot by clicking here or by clicking here. So we'll start off tonight by clicking some point. And tonight's point that we are going to share is the Watkins Woolen Mill State Park, located in Missouri. And there are plenty of activities that you can participate in at Watkins Woolen Mill State Park. Camping, hiking, horseback riding, and swimming. I'm actually not going to put horseback riding on at this point because I want to show you later how you can update a point. So, directions on how to get there. You will type in the directions, and I'm going to pause now while I type in the directions. Okay, so I have typed in directions on how to get to Watkins Woolen Mill State Park from Kansas City, as well as from St. Joseph, Missouri, two of the larger cities in the area that people are familiar with. The next step in sharing a point is to put in the coordinates for the point. You can either type these in yourself, and we do ask you to do it in decimal degrees. You would do that just by typing here, or you can pan in on this map. You click and drag, zoom in. Here we are in Kansas City area, and this particular point is located by Lawson, Missouri, or Missouri, however you want to say it. And as you can see, here is the Watkins Mill State Park. I click once on the map, it creates a point so that I know where I'm at, as well as puts in the coordinates for me. The next step is to click continue. At this point, you see what the information you've put on the previous page, the name of the point. It's located in Missouri, the latitude and the longitude, as well as the directions that you typed in. And no, they're not formatted in the format that you typed them in, but they will be later. Okay, now we are asked to give descriptions for each of the three activities or sports at this location. And again, I am going to pause so that I am not making you watch me type. Okay, so here I have typed in descriptions for camping, hiking, and swimming. Any of the information that you put in here should be useful to any of the other users, and basically use the golden rule. If you'd like to have the information, share the information with others. And one thing I would like to point out right now is that these aren't necessarily all secrets. We want to share anything that anybody would be willing to do. So, for example, this hiking trail, it's not really a secret, but it is something where maybe somebody who visits Kansas City wouldn't necessarily know about, that they're within 45 minutes of a nice, stroll in a wooded area. And as well as the swim, it's not necessarily secret, but it is something that some people would like to enjoy. So after I've typed in all of my information, I click the preview button, and here's my point that I submitted earlier. It has the latitude and longitude. It has the directions in the format now that I typed them in, as well as the descriptions that I typed in earlier on the previous page. It is also links to these other maps. You don't need to click on these. These are for the end user at the end. So once you're sure that everything is okay here, you can click submit for approval. and you are taken to our thank you for submitting a point page. And at this point, we will review the point and approve it or delete it, whatever we feel is necessary. Most points are approved, and we will continue in just a moment after I approve this point. Okay, so now that the point is approved, we can log into our account again. We can view our secrets, or my secrets, and as I scroll down here, you'll see that Watkins Woolen Mill State Park is in my list. I can click view to immediately go to that point, but if I were another user trying to search for this point, there's a few ways that I can do this. I can click the find hotspots. I can search by point name, and it looks like we're having a little bit of an issue here. Okay, so it just didn't pick up what I typed in there. Maybe I spelled something wrong. So I can search within city or province, if it's, or not city, a state or a province if it's in Canada or the United States, depending. I can also find hotspots by just going straight to the type of activity that I would like to participate in. So if I click hiking, it pulls up of the hunt trails in alphabetical order, so I'm going to skip to page 4 here. And as I scroll down, you'll see there's the Watkins Woolen Mill State Park in Missouri, as well as there's this advanced search. Now this advanced search is for those who may be new in an area, and let's say I want to search for all sports that are in Missouri, and I want to search within 50 miles of a little town called Excelsior Springs, which is just now it shows us that it's 4.66 miles away from Excelsior Springs, Missouri. So I can click on this point, and it pulls up what I put in earlier. This is the beautiful part about Backcountry Secrets, is it's that easy to use and to find. Now let's say that somebody else comes along and says, hey, I know that you can ride horse at Watkins Mill State Park, so they can come up here after they log in and they can click update this point. And it pulls up all of the information that is there. Now let's say that I put this in the wrong spot and I wanted to move the point down to the entrance on the south end or the north end, or I'm just going to put it back where it was. It puts the new coordinates there, so if you know that somebody put a point in incorrectly, you can come in and actually fix it for them. Now at this point I would have to click save if I wanted to save this information, but I don't want to, so I'm going to come down here to add a sport to this point. So I'll click add a sport to this point, and I want to add horseback. And I'm going to pause again while I type. Okay, so I have given my description of the horseback trail at Watkins Mill. Now I'll click save, and I come back to the update points. I click save again. Now this isn't necessary to save the horseback, as you can see that it is here, but it's necessary to get back to the point. So I click save, and I'm taken back to the point, and now you can see there's horseback as well as our other points that or activities that we put in earlier. Now you're also allowed to update your personal profile information that you may have. This is where you can choose not to receive our newsletter that we send out from time to time with new updates and things. You can change your user password, and you can finally log out. And log out just takes you back to the home page where you can see the beautiful Backcountry Secrets, and we hope that you will share with others and enjoy using Backcountry Secrets.